Well, I appreciate it, guys. It's all because of y'all that I'm where I'm at today. And so I thank y'all for everything that you've done for me. Appreciate it. And we will catch y'all on the next one, guys. Jesse, for all the help, and Lisa, too.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right. We'll talk to y'all later. I can't even talk.
I'm waiting for Brenda to finish up
Bye,
hers.
guys.
Hello, hello, hello. I just thought I'd go live for a minute. Hey, Jan. I just thought I'd go live. I don't remember how to pin anything. So I'll just copy and put it down here. Hey, Teresa. Can you guys hear me? See, I got earbuds in so I can hear. Hi, good babies. Here's the star of the show. Here's the star of the show. I got some exciting news. It's going to be fun. Got 6 people watching. Hey there. This is what I deal with every day. Hey, Mark. Come on in, people. Come on, come on. You guys can come up on the panel. If you want. I need to go to my own live on YouTube so I can see the chat better. Hey, Texas lady. Yeah, I know. I was over in Brenda's too. I didn't win nothing, though. Oh, there's my own live chat right there. We're in Brenda's too. I didn't win nothing, though. I just sent her a message saying I'm live. But I found some interesting stuff about this house. Hey, Melinda. So I'm just trying to wait for people to come in. Hopefully someone will come up on the panel. Let's see if Brenda shows up. Wow, 14 people. That's a new record for me. What do you want? What do you want? Hey, Pam. Thank you for coming over. See, I got all these people that live in Texas, but they live so far away. Well, you can come up on this panel if you want. All I need to do is make sure I see your face and then can put you up there and you can turn your camera off. Jan should come up here. That's what I'm thinking. Not ready. I'm a chicken. It's all right. The first couple videos you're nervous at, then you just comes nature. I know I was really nervous when I started YouTube 3 years ago. No, we have not seen enough of Jan. Yeah, Melinda, you're probably a few hours away from me. I know Texas Lady is like 7 hours away from me. Steve is not even over here. He should come up. Got some things to talk about. Come on, Jan. Get your butt up here. Hey, Tony. Is Tony in here? I didn't see him. Yep. Hey, Tony. You guys can come up on the panel. Of course you can't, Jan. What do you want? What do you want? You want to say hi to everybody? There you go. Say hi to everybody. What? She's going crazy. What? Come on, people. Somebody come up here with me. Damn. Yeah, that's my little puppy dog. Let's see if I can find Scott, if I still have his number or not. See if I can get anybody come up and hang out. Okie doke. So how's everybody's Sunday doing? We all have fun? I haven't felt motivated of doing anything since Friday. If you hit the StreamYard link, it'll bring you over to it. I'll see you down in the basement. As long as I can verify it's you, then you can turn your camera off and I can put you in the live stream. And then all they'll do is see your avatar. Hey, Steve. Hey, LW. You guys can come up on the panel. Anybody can. Come on. Come on up. My puppy dog's down there looking at me like, what are you doing? It's a piece of cake. A lot of people come up on panels and turn their cameras off because they're nervous. Come on up here, Steve. LW. I know I'm not Wendy or Brenda, but you guys can still come up. You're normally eating. I'm used to that. It's impossible for what? All right. But as we were talking, you guys seen my last video about all the work this house would take. But a lot of you guys know I was going to tear this house down. Me to come at this time, kids about to get ready for bed. Oh, okay. Not a problem, LW. And build a house right over there, right next door. Just a 25 by 30 or a 20 by 30. And then tear this place down and then add on. Well, a good friend of mine that I talked to said, send me pictures of the house and we'll talk about it. I'll talk about it with you. And I'm like, all right, you know. So I did. And he goes, the house is savable, except the one back bedroom over on that side that someone took off. They got a big hole in the roof and all that, which is not a big deal. That part of the roof will come off anyways. So I've been doing some investigations underneath this low sitting house to where I can get about halfway in and then I'm stuck because it sits like parts of it only sits off the ground that far. Okay, not a problem, Tony. Whenever you're done and you want to come up, that's fine. I sent Brenda a message, told her I was live, but I don't know if she's going to come up. So, my friend, which a lot of you guys know, is Micro Farmer, and we've been talking. So I crawled underneath the house today and was looking at the beams and the foundation and all that. Yes, somehow I'll have to jack up the beams underneath the house and add 2x6s to it and then try to straighten out, because all the way around the house they put bricks, just one row of bricks all the way around. Hey, Jake, I need to talk to you sometime, Jake. So like I said, they ran a row of bricks all the way around the house, left some openings, but on the corners they made a corner post with them. So I need to jack up this house, fix the spots that the 3 beams are running across. And there's only 3 of them that are running the length of the house from front to back. And then all the floor joists are going across. So my goal, as soon as I can get an air compressor and a ladder. Cajun Coin Hunter, hello. It's been a while, man. And get a ladder again, buy another one day. I'm going to start ripping the walls out of the 2 far bedrooms, my parents' old bedroom and the second bedroom, since the third bedroom's gone. And I'm going to rip out the floor and see what I have to do to fix it all. I'm going to start in those 2 rooms and then work my way towards this room I'm in right now. And I'm going to add on to the bathroom a little bit, just give it a little bit more width because it's a small bathroom. And just do it slowly, show the content. It's going to take me a while because, buying materials and all that. A lot of these 2x4s in here are the real 2x4s from the 1930s and 40s. So I know they're in good shape, But I do have one spot in this house. It's in the kitchen coming into the living room area that's sagging. Well, I was just told tonight that I can borrow a set of jacks to jack up this house. And then I can put new center block underneath it in the spots that need it, some shims or whatever it takes, and then start buying windows and electrical wire, all the boxes. I'm going to add new, I have to add all new wiring through this entire house. I'm hoping I can get away with doing it. If not, I'm going to have to hire an electrician to come out, look at it, and put it into this big old, whoops, something just popped up. Okay, this big old panel box right here. And this panel box will be in the living room. And we'll go from there. But it's going to take time. Everybody knows lumber's not cheap. Hey, Joe. So that is the plan. But I'm going to work outside first before I start ripping all this stuff down, because I want to get a lot of the material before I start tearing everything apart. Because as soon as I open up those walls, I don't believe there's any insulation in them at all. And I'm going to put, I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to put green board all the way around the outside. I'm going to wrap it first with Tyvek all the way around it. And then I'm going to put the green board up, tape it all off, all that to keep the heat in. And then I may put 1/4 inch plywood on all the walls on the inside after I put the insulation in, because I really don't want to put sheetrock into this house if I can help it. But that's the goal. Like I said, it's going to take a while. And if it wasn't for my friend talking me into this, I would have just saved up the money and built a house next door, a smaller one, and then tore this house down and used it for a garage or something. Yeah, but I'm not in Louisiana. So I'm going to go to the city tomorrow. I don't think I have to pull a permit, but I'm in the city limits now because they moved the city limits like 3 years ago. Just to remodel the inside, I don't think I have to pull a permit, but I'm going to go and find out. If so, it's like $10 to get one. So I will do that and just take my time doing it. Hell, the wiring just alone, just for the wiring, I know a roll of wire is like $200. Well, I'm going to look into it, Cajun. That's for sure, because I want to do it legally. Don't want to have no issues. The plumbing, I'm going to run. I've got from the water meter coming across. But I'm going to end up running PEX. Right, Jake. I know this house. This house was built in the 1930s and 40s. So I know that. Getting these messages. So I know I'm going to have to put it up to code. because I know this wiring in here is old. It's that old knob and tube stuff. Safe, dry, warm. Oh, okay, Steve. I see you. I got you.
What's up?
Not much.
Hey, everybody.
Not much. But yeah.
I'm not always
Gonna-
eating, by the way. I always eat at this time.
It's freaking 8 o'clock.
That's when I eat when people get supper done.
Yeah. I haven't even eaten dinner
We've been
either,
putting
so don't feel
electrical
bad.
in our house, and
Yes, Cajun. There's nothing up to code in this house.
hey, LW,
I
hey,
know.
Jan.
I know that for a fact.
Then you text us
Because
on
the
the
house is
back
so old.
20.
That's Jake. He doesn't live that far away from me. I think he's the closest one that lives to me.
Hmm.
Where's the little sister tonight? I don't know who you're talking about. Because I have no
Hey,
sisters.
Texas lady.
So in this wall right here, I may see if I can pull that off and then put it back up after I remodel this house. Our cabin's in the woods.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Tony.
Going?
That's
How y'all
Pumpkin Man.
doing?
Good.
Yeah, it's the lighting. I hate it, but it's because the pecan interior and the way these LED lights hits it, it makes it do that. I hate it.
It's all right, man. I like that woodworking though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is nice.
all the doors you seen behind me, all the woodwork, everything is 100% wood. All the cabinets indoors are handmade at a cabinet maker that's about 50 miles from here. But that is all handmade, 100%. It sets up in jigs, everything.
Oh, that's cool. See, the cabinets that are in this house, they were built into the, up against the wall. But to try to pull those off and save them and sand them down and redo them is going to be a pain in the butt. But I would love to keep them.
Yeah. Hello.
I may try it. Gee,
Yeah, see, I was hearing you talk about permits and all that stuff. One thing I can say, Ed, is that I've learned is if you say, okay, you want to pull a permit, I'm just going to say for wiring. If you live in city limits, from what I understand is if you pull a permit for wiring, they are going to want the rest of the house brought up to code, whether it's windows, plumbing. They're going to want that brought up to code. This is what I've learned. So sometimes getting them involved, you may ask for trouble.
I'm going to do all new plumbing. And the only plumbing I know I don't have to do is the one that's underground because that was all replaced.
Right.
It's just everything inside the house. I plan on redoing it all.
Right.
Because it's got it used to have copper tubing or plumbing. It doesn't have that in this house anymore. Steve, Ed was talking whack about you on another live. Who is GF?
Yeah. I have no idea.
But
Okay.
is your house is built back in the 30s? Is it all copper wiring? Is it has it been rewired?
Nope.
It's aluminum.
It's all that old knob and tubing.
Well, see, I don't think you can reuse that fuse panel either.
Do what?
I don't think you can use that fuse panel because of the wiring. You're gonna be running copper wire in there.
Yeah, that's a new box. That box is only like 6 months old.
Okay, all right,
My son bought that box.
all right.
Thanks, Jan. I don't even know who this person is.
It could be
Don't
someone
matter.
wanting to stir the pot. Hey, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Just let it be. Let Jan handle it. If you're
Well,
your
she
moderator,
did, but
let them handle it.
I need to be able to take him out completely. Oh,
Is Jan a moderator?
yeah, but she can only they
Yeah.
can only hide them.
Okay.
I can go make Jan a regular mod. How do you make the mods that can take care of anything?
I don't know about that.
Well, she's a managing mod.
You gotta click. You gotta go. Yeah, then she can. Yeah.
Yeah, she can delete them from my channel
Should
and
be
hide
able
them
to do that.
completely.
Right. Like Texas Lady said, I don't know if I'd want to. I don't know what to do, what to say about that. I just know you got to be careful about permits. Like in the state of Oklahoma, if you were to revamp an older home, and that you wanted to go ahead and run new wiring and all that stuff, they're going to want you to put new windows in. But here's the deal: all the windows in Oklahoma, in each bedroom has to be, I think it's 18 inches off the floor. They're going to have you redo all the window sizes and everything for fire, for people to get out. So you got to be careful what you're going to do. You don't want to open up a bag of worms on that.
Yeah, but see, I live in the city limits,
Right.
so I may have to do it anyways. But all these windows the bottom of the windows come to my knees.
Okay. Well, that may be all right then.
Yeah, there's only one window that's here in the house that is over the kitchen sink.
Right.
It's higher, but all these other windows are low, which I plan on keeping them low anyways. But I have to put new windows in. This house only has 2 windows left in it. All the other ones are covered up.
And
Right. You
Melinda,
see Jan's comment back down there?
Exactly. I mean,
Jan had a comment about making her a managing mod.
it says that you're a managing mod. It says go to channel, pin message, report, remove, put user at timeout, hide user, and remove as a managing mod. So you are a managing mod.
Jake, you're right. It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. I would be really careful about doing it. So
You are, Jan.
hi
You're
Angie,
not able to
hey
block.
Tina.
Okay, let me go back in here and go to Jan. It says remove as managing mod. Jan is no longer a managing mod for your channel. Go back in, add as a moderator, managing mod, standard mod. Now you're a managing mod again, Jan. It says that you are, at least. Hey, Tina. Hey, Angie. I'm not going to sing like everybody else.
yes, I'm a pumpkin, babe.
Thank you, Jan. Yeah, Steve knows better. Steve even knows that I haven't even been in anybody's live except his and Brenda's.
Yeah.
Are the only 2 lives I go into.
It's people just like to stir the pot.
I know. I
Yeah.
know who they are. I mean, there's 4 or 5 of them that are creating new names to keep harassing. But it's okay. I mean, their lives are that miserable. It's all good.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give it a second thought. I consider
Don't
it
bother
as
me no more.
move on. I don't care.
They're not bothering me. I just think it's funny, you know. But this is the plan of the house, but I need to cut down trees also, especially one that sits right above me. The whole pecan tree leans right over this house. And
Well,
I
do
need
you have
to remove
insurance on it, Ed?
no, not yet. Not yet. I'm working on all that stuff. I'm
He's
looking at
spinning
getting a better
on
job.
my side. Is he
Yeah.
spinning on your side, Tony?
Nope.
I shouldn't be spinning. I got good Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Steve, you look
It
very
must be
blurry
my
right now.
side.
You look very blurry
Okay.
right now.
It was probably my
Yeah, Steve, you're
side. My
blurry.
internet's probably active. That's weird.
I always look good. I look orange.
Is that any better?
Yeah, no.
Not
It's
really.
okay.
Just a little blurry, but you're all right.
Okay.
5x5.
I was going to ask, do you have insurance on the house, Ed?
No, not yet.
Just let the tree
I
go
will.
down on it.
No. See,
Dang it. There
This
goes
was my
my
parents'
internet
house.
again.
unless I tear it down, I don't want these
Okay.
trees to knock it down, because this house means a lot to me.
Yeah,
You know,
Right.
I didn't have to be
I
in
know.
love. to
I
have a
know. I
place
was
to
just,
live.
I was just joking. I was just
I know.
joking.
I know, but I didn't have to be in love to have a place to live, like I was told. I
Yeah.
love my parents, of course, but
Thank you, Jan.
keep talking. I gotta grab a drink.
How can you tell how many people in this chat, or is it only Ed can see that?
Only Ed can see that. Otherwise, you go on the YouTube side.
And then see it.
Yeah, it says 17 watching
Or 17.
on the YouTube side.
But yeah, what's going to be fun about all this whole project? It's going to take me a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Is buying the new windows, buying all the PEX, because I'm going to put PEX all the way through this, doing all new plumbing, and then designing it. Nothing's really going to change. Really, nothing's going to change. I just want a bigger bathroom, so that may come out just a little bit, but I can pull that out into where the dining room area used to be, bring it out another 2 to 3 foot. But besides that, it's going to stay the same.
They
It's
got a
gonna be
place.
newer.
They have a place here in Oklahoma City that a lot of builders will donate materials that they don't need. And I'm talking, it could be windows, plumbing, doors, whatever. And they sell it cheap. And I forgot what it's called. Maybe check and see if they don't have something like that there. Because 90% of the time it's new stuff.
Yeah, I would have to drive all the way to Tyler because we don't have nothing like that in this town at all.
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, they put a Lowe's here instead of a Home Depot. And I don't
Jan,
like
did
Lowe's.
you go hunting this morning?
Habitat for Humanity,
That's it. Yep.
Oh, this internet.
builders slave salvage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll buy, like, in the this room that I'm in now, it'll have one big window over by the front door, one smaller window, so the light will come in the mornings. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows. That's all I'm going to put in this house. Maybe 6. I may put 2 windows in the master bedroom and all that. And then the
Okay,
other one,
Jan.
I'll make an office. I'm not sure what's going on, but mine says 17 in chat, but 550 thumbs up.
I don't see
Yeah,
that
there's
on my
something
end.
going on.
But
I got 7.
Yeah, and
Melinda, a couple of days ago, I seen YouTube on thumbs up. One day it said people had 5.5 million for almost all day, everything I seen. And then the other day I seen 10,000 thumbs up on people's
It's-
channels. So maybe something with yours. Yours shows 18 right now.
Also, I typed in the chat there. Now it finally came up. It's slow on the
Yeah.
YouTube side.
Right.
Hey, I just want to say something real quick. Hey, Jake, how's it going? Good to see you, sir. I'm still waiting on one of your late night lives.
Hey, Tina.
I want to go back to his house and see it. Says he's got a lot more work done to it.
I haven't ever been there, but from what I've seen and everything, I'd like to see it. It's pretty cool.
I was there before he had walls up, or not walls, but the inside walls done with sheetrock and all that. But yeah, he's done a lot more work. I was there when he got his stove put in, his wooden stove when he first fired it up. I've been out there a few times before I moved to Missouri and got farther away, but he's only like an hour away. It's almost done. I definitely need to go check this out, Jake. That when I first met him 3 years ago, he invited me out to his house. He goes, "Come out and check out my small house that I built," and all that. That house is not small. Anywhere is that house small. But like he says, in his head, the way he designed it, that's a small house.
Right.
I could probably fit my house in his living room. And this used to be a 3-bedroom house. Yeah, his house is freaking gorgeous. I love the way he did the wraparound porch on it too. It is nice. No, Jan, it's not small. But he only lives about an hour away from me.
Jake, how far do you live from Texas Motor Speedway?
I live about an hour and 45 minutes from there. Two hours, he says.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going back down to the races again next year. And I was just thinking, what about near Pinecone Fest down there at that lake? Heck, I forgot what that lake was called.
Pinecone Fest, you mean?
Yeah, where they had Pinecone Fest this year, that town, that lake. I forgot what it's called.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I need to, where do I go down there to that or the races? Maybe stop by. Races would be too far because we'll have a grandkid and just do different things. But I'd like to stop by and see you one day.
See, I'm 45 minutes outside of, or about close, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour from Tyler, and I'm about an hour and technically an hour and 10 minutes from Jake. Was too busy to go to Pine Fest. One Pine Fest.
So you're saying you live east of Tyler then?
Actually, I live west of Tyler.
Well, I meant Jake. Sorry.
He lives. Don't you live west of Tyler? For $5,000, I will sell you Jake.
Near Tyler. Okay, that's close enough. That's good enough. I got it, man. We'll just have to see. I understand.
If you go there, I'll come up and visit.
Right.
I want to go out to his house anyways.
He invited me. I think it was 2 years ago. He did a. It was a YouTube meetup for teaching people homesteading and stuff like that. And I can't remember why we couldn't go, but we had already a commitment that we were going somewhere that weekend, and so I couldn't go down to what he had going on because I would love to have gone down there, but.
Angie said
Yeah.
Mount Vernon is where Pinecone was.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah, hanging out with him is fun. Seeing all the animals and all that.
right.
And to see the improvements he's done since I've been there is freaking amazing.
Right.
I mean, the last time I was at his property, he didn't have the greenhouse up. He had the material for it, but he didn't have it up. And now he's got it up and running.
Mhm.
He
Yeah, I
all
bet.
alone, lots of work to do. Every time I go there, he puts me to work.
Mhm. Free room and board.
Going to his house is it's just a blast to be able to sit there and, talk with him.
Yeah,
Oranges, grapefruits, and lemons.
Jake, I would love to be able to have some of that stuff here, but it ain't going to grow up here with this cooler weather.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not too
I'm not-
much colder, but still, these trees can't survive when we get a really hard hit.
I'm not taking any trip without getting a spare tire on my truck first.
Yeah. You listen to this. This happened like 6 months ago. My wife came home and said, "Hey, take a look at my tire, my truck. It's low." It's all right. I went look, and it was, and this was a Friday night. No, it was during the weeknight because she had to go to work the next morning. It was, so I jacked it up, and I went and put. I jacked it up, took the tire off, and I plugged it because there's no air place around to get the tire fixed. Because I always patch whatever I do. So I plugged it, ran up the road to a gas station, put air in it. On the way home, I had my Ranger pickup and just driving 55 miles an hour, and the right rear tire exploded on my truck. So bad, it literally pushed my truck off the road. And that road, they just got done paving. So it was a really high on the pavement, was up high. And the right of my truck went off the road, and I hide-centered my rear end. I was stuck. I couldn't go nowhere. So I had to call my wife, which we lived about 2 miles away from right there where I was at. Go get my diesel, bring me a chain, and pull me off where I'm at. She did that, so I'm driving, and I'm running on because you can't change the tire there. It was literally straight 55 mile an hour, one single lane each way. You can't do it. You have to drive somewhere. And there was a property eighth of a mile up and a little indentation on the left and right. So we were driving there, and a cop pulled up behind us. That's what was going on. I'm like, well, I got a flat tire, and I want to get up over there. She said, all right. So she went on. We parked. I went to go jack my truck up, and I didn't even know this, but my spare in my truck exploded. The tire had a big hole in it. So we went home, and so we had 3 tires that were down, not even expecting.
Oh,
We
yeah.
went home and took.
Dang.
Actually, no, I didn't go home. I went put my wife's tire on my truck, and then got my truck home and swapped tires around. The next day, went down and put tires on my truck. It was a crazy night.
This happened to me 3 weeks ago. I was driving home with my little bitty trailer, and all of a sudden, I hear this rumbling noise like I blew a tire. I figured it was on the trailer, but it was on the driver's side back tire. The whole side of the tire just fell off. The whole sidewall just fell off. I'm like, great. Didn't have a jack for the truck. So someone stopped, let me use their jack, jacked it up, got the spare out from underneath the truck, put it on, lowered it, it's flat.
Yep.
I'm like, great. It's raining. The cops, state troopers, the sheriffs, everybody driving by, and no one's stopping. So a guy I work with, his son came over with his air compressor, and we aired up my tire to where I could get home and drop off my trailer, and went and fixed it. But I still have to buy another spare. I don't want to go too far away from town, especially with my truck being loaded full of all my tools that I do have.
Back, it's been, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago, we had the camper. We actually went to Texas Motor Speedway that week. I always jack up my camper, and I always check the tires. I spin each tire individually, look at the treads, make sure nothing looks cattywamped, nothing's cracked, check the air pressures, put them down. We were on the way home, and we are on I-35, about 2 miles from, or maybe 3 miles from the border at Oklahoma. And I actually told Angie, I said, man, something's wrong. The truck lost power. Something don't feel right. And we're coming up on a overpass, and she looked in the right mirror, and she says, we just had a big blowout, and one of the tires blew out on the travel trailer we had. And that's what I was talking about, jacking my tires up on the travel trailer. That's what I meant. Anyway, so long story short, we parked it. I put the spare on it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to check my other tires real quick on that side, make sure it's okay, because that was the front tire, make sure nothing hit that other tire, the rear tire. I jacked it up, spun it, and the tire was blowing a belt. The steel was hanging out of the side of it. It's like, what? I went over and seen that, so I went over and checked on the driver's side, jacked that up. Those tires, the belts, all of them, they all decided to go out at one time. Here's the thing. The camper is a 2015. The tires that were dated were 2011, brand new tires from the dealer. When the manufacturer of the campers buy tires, they buy them from years and years worth of tires. So my camper already had like 3-year-old tires on it before I even bought it. So they all timed out. They all look brand new. So when we did the turnaround, I actually told my wife, I said, I think we just passed the tire place when that tire blew out off on the side road. And so we looked it up, and yes, it was. And they told us how to get back around. They had us 4 tires. And this past year, we did a lot of traveling. We think we went to 3 or 4 meetups and went to Texas Speedway. And I told her, I said, I think our tires may be getting close to timing out. We may need to put 4 tires on the camper and just be safe, because you don't want to be in that position again. And I look for it, and it happened anyway. You just don't know.
Exactly. That's why I'm not taking any long trips in my truck, even if it's an hour and 10 minutes up the road, without having a spare.
Right.
Because it'd be my luck, I'll get halfway there and boom, there goes my tire.
Right.
Not doing it.
That'd be spooky, Texas lady.
Yeah.
But I will go out to Jake's one day. I almost thought about getting a hold of him early this morning, and going out and hanging out with him. But I didn't. I just stayed in the house and looked around and see what I got to do here. Because this will be one of the biggest projects I've ever done. And everybody saw the Robinsons' house, how, their older house, how beautiful it looks now and all that. This house is worse than what theirs was when they got theirs.
I've seen this before a couple times, and I've heard about it. People, if they have Facebook or Craigslist, they'll put an ad and they'll say remodeling my old mom's home or parents' home needs supplies. Any donations would be great. Lumber supplies or building supplies, I guess you would say. And people donate stuff like crazy for that stuff. You may want to do that.
Yeah, and then you get into all this. Oh, he's begging for people to give him stuff and all this crap. I've been through that. I'm doing this on my own. I'm not asking for nobody's help.
They don't need to know you put a Craigslist ad or anything like that.
Yeah, I know that. You should get out and go see people, Ed. I am talking about it because I don't know. I don't have no one to go talk to. I mean, there's no one around here that I know anymore. Most of my relatives around here are passed away, and I'm fine just going to the gym, coming home, and start working on this house. For one, I got to get this room organized, get stuff cleaned up, put away, and all that stuff. But, I got to buy an air compressor. I already got the nail gun. Who buys a nail gun without the air compressor? Me. That's who. I need to get one of those. I need to get a ladder, at least a 6-foot ladder, so I can rip off these ceilings. Because all this plywood in here, and it is a plywood ceiling that me and my dad put in back in 2012, it still looks good. So I can reuse that for whatever I need. And then just, slowly buy tools. I've got, skill saw, cordless skill saw, all that stuff, trim nail gun, staple gun. I've got a nail gun, saw horses. I just need a ladder, air compressor, and a chop saw or a table saw would be nice too. And then I'm set. And then, like I said, I'm going to buy material. I'm going to buy 2x6s, 2x4s, and then the flooring, stack it up in the kitchen area or the dining room area that's over here. When I can pull all this stuff up and jack that part of the house up and start rebuilding it, I will. It's just going to take some time. But you guys will see that me tearing the walls down, the ceiling down, and you guys will see firsthand what it really looks like at the same time I do. I'll be making videos on it.
I'll be right back, Ed.
All right, Steve.
You talk about that pecan tree. I never knew. Can you make lumber out of that pecan tree? Can you bring it to a sawmill place?
These are too small trees to do anything with. So all I'm going to do is just drop them slowly and just cut it up for firewood. Because eventually I'm going to put a fireplace in here.
Don't smoking people that smoke barbecues, don't they use pecan for wood? Sell it to them.
Yep. I'm going to do the limbs and stuff, because some of the limbs are still this big around.
Right.
And all that. But the main part of the trees, I'm going to keep and split myself.
Use some of that to pay for what you got to do.
Yeah, I could do that.
When is
I've got people that, this guy that stopped by here tonight says he may have something for me to do to where I won't have to worry about lumber, at least 2x4s and all that for a while.
Right. Right.
Well, I do know there's no black mold in here. That's a good thing. I do have old shingles that they put on the side of the house. I know it's got to go. And yeah, I mean, opening up this house could be a disaster, but it could also save me a lot of money. Hey, Hobson? Jack Hobson? Hello.
Hey, Jack.
Channel. So it's going to be interesting. I am going to be doing all this. I wanted to change the name of the channel to One Man Show, but someone's already got that name. So I'll just leave it at this and let it go from there. All hands made. Well, hello. It's been a while since I've seen you. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of late nights and a lot of work, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to make it fun. So that's the goal. But when I open it up more, if it looks like it's going to be more of a pain in the butt to do, then I'll just save the material and build a 20 by 30 small little cabin next to this house and then tear all this down. Yeah, you've been around, but I haven't been around that much. That's cool. I'm glad you're still with me. So the only thing I've got to do, like I said, there's only a few things I've got to buy. One is an extended ladder, and two is a 6-foot ladder. That's the only two things right now that I have to buy. For one, the extended ladder, I can get up farther up in the trees and start cutting the limbs out. And then the 6-foot ladders, I can reach the ceilings and all that and be able to crawl up into the rafters.
Do a controlled drop so you don't drop those limbs on your home. Wrap a rope around them and run them up.
Oh, I plan on it. I'm going to attach it. I'm going to try to run like this tree that's right. There's two of them right here. Across the yard, there's another one that splits off like this, and it literally leans two different directions. So what I'm going to do is get a rope that's 4 trees and tie it to this tree here, wrap it around the tree across the yard, attach it to my hitch on my truck, and then drop it. So I know I can, because I used to work when I lived in Georgia. I worked for a tree service for 5 years. So I kind of know what I need to do.
Right.
And plus, on that 10 acres of property that I had, I dropped 37 trees in one afternoon.
Oh, that one up in
Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want to climb up high into the trees because I don't like heights. But it's going to be fun. And like I said, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to use my new camera and try to record, find an editing software I can put on this laptop and start using it that way and doing like you told me to do, export it right to the computer itself before I send it over to YouTube.
Yeah. Just grab it. Yep.
Yep.
Works a lot easier.
Yeah.
And faster.
As soon as I can get the 2 ladders that I need, mostly, I've got the hammers, the saws, the pry bars, the crowbars to start ripping everything out inside the house. Plus, I've got to bust out this concrete in the old storm shelter, finish beating out the top of it and cutting out the rebar and all that so I can throw everything down into there and burn it. They said I can burn it any time because it's in a concrete box. And then when I'm done with all that, I can put dirt, cave in the sidewalls of it get a tractor out here and knock in the walls and then throw all the concrete inside it and then cover it up with dirt.
I mean, I don't know how big of a fire that would be, but be careful with flames in concrete because they don't go good together. They literally explode.
Yeah, I've been burning in it for the last month, getting it super, and all the concrete's cracking on the roof, which
Right.
helps out a lot.
There you go.
But it's got that thick rebar, because the shape of the thing comes down.
Right.
That, and that rebar is about that thick.
Wow.
And then they got the wire mesh and all that, which I just cut all that out with a Sawzall with a metal blade on it. So, well, my time's almost up. I don't go longer than an hour anymore. I'm not like I used
That's
to be.
fine. That's fine because I know we tomorrow this week is Angie's early week, which means she gets up 4:30 in the morning. So I get up about a half an hour, 45 minutes after she does. So it'd be good for me to go to bed too.
I get up to about that early every single day for some reason. So all I can say is I appreciate everybody coming up on the panel. Steve, if you watch, he's going to come back and go, where did he go?
Yeah.
But I appreciate you coming up, Tony, and everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming up.
No
I
problem.
had a high of 17 people in here, and I've got 24 thumbs up, which is awesome. Just keep following, share me out, and just watch what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to try to use, like I said, use my new camera, get better angles, get a better software for editing. Hopefully these will start popping better, and just enjoying life because I'm living right now the best time of my life at 56. I couldn't ask for the rest of this year to be the best it's ever been. Next year is even going to be better. Or how does White Rock say it? Gooder. It's going to be gooder next year.
Yep.
And
All right.
We'll keep rocking it out. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming over, and I will see you guys on the next one.
Take it easy. Be safe. See you later, everybody.
You too. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Ed.
Good night, Steve. Go live.